Good evening, everybody. We are back with Tales of the Abyss. Last time we came back to Luke instead of Ash, and Luke cut his hair, and he also changed his facial expression, which is I argue is a bigger change than his actual haircut. And we also have Tyr again, and I just noticed Tyr is 6 levels under Luke. Why? Like, did Luke get all of Ash's experience transferred to him, but Tyr she was just sitting in her room? I'm gonna guess that's roughly what happened. That's some bullshit. But anyways, yeah. So we're here, and we have to stop Saint Bina from falling, literally, like literally falling into the core of the earth. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. And I do have my side quest guide with me again, and I do believe there is a side quest in this city. In fact, I don't believe it says right here I have a side quest. Are you looking for Mayor Theodore? Or he's in the conference room? Okay, I believe we already talked to these people. 10 servers altogether, but the first and second which generated the first and second which generated Planet Storm, and the 5th and 8th which maintained the Albertesque seal are especially important. Interesting. You want to talk with the mayor inside the central facility, blah blah blah. Okay, we don't need to worry about the people around here too much. Okay. Yo, stream 3 in a row. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Welcome to the stream. It's actually been surprisingly quiet and peaceful around here lately, so I was like, hey, might as well take care of that. Again, as long as I'm not being super loud or disruptive or go too late into the night, we should be okay. So, hey, did I miss Luke cutting his hair at the end of this last stream? Yes, unfortunately, but actually, as I am streaming this right now, the archives of last night's and the night before, the streams for them are being processed right now, so they should be live and ready for you guys to watch, like by the end of the night, like before we're done with the stream, and if not, you know, sometime before we're done with the stream. Okay, anyways, I do believe there's supposed to be a lady here that's gonna talk to us.
Here, I was looking for you about the third phonic hymn. Oh, so he's recovered?
Yes. I will need to talk to you later, ma'am.
Layla, so has the third hymn symbol been discovered?
What's the third hymn? One of those phonic hymns you use?
So he doesn't know about them.
He doesn't know about a lot of things. It's been a sheltered boy.
The phonic hymns I use are Yulia's hymns. There are 7 altogether.
Oh, so the third of those 7? Wait, you always just use 2 of them.
I don't understand the symbolism of the others.
Okay, so they're basically kanji. And this is like basic level kanji. You're trying to get like fluent kanji, but that's fucking impossible. Alright, I'm just gonna use that analogy for it.
Yulia's hymns are useless with only the melody. If you don't understand the meaning and wisdom in the hymns, they're just songs. Oh, that's right. The symbol of the third hymn. There was a hidden page in a book Van left behind. It might be written there. When you have a chance, stop by my place and take a look.
Phonic hymns sound pretty tough.
Yes, the symbols are very difficult. I know all but the 3rd and the 5th. But so far I only understand the 1st and 2nd.
So you can look, you can see them, but you can only... Basically you can read them, but you don't speak the language enough to understand any further than the 1st and 2nd. I'm just gonna imagine it's literally like learning a language that nobody actually speaks, so you have to just rely on like old books. It's like learning Latin. Nobody actually speaks Latin today. So if you want to learn it, you have to use like the internet or books to learn it, because nobody's actually going to speak to you in Latin unless they're being weird.
So if you don't know and understand the symbols, They really are just ordinary songs.
Actually, all 7 of Yulia's hymns sung consecutively form another phonic hymn. It's called the Grand Phonic Hymn, and it works even if you don't understand its symbolism. The hymn itself is the symbol of the Covenant.
The whole Covenant with Lorelei Grand Phonic Hymn? What power does that have?
It's said that the Grand Phonic Hymn and the Key of Lorelei together can summon Lorelei.
That sounds amazing!
Yes, but the Key of Lorelei has been lost, and I don't know the 7th hymn. So it may not mean much in the end.
Cheer up.
This is not you, Luke. You're not supposed to be the nice guy.
I don't know about the Grand Phonic Hymn, but your first and second hymns have really helped. That's good enough.
Luke. Thank you.
Even Terry is surprised. Okay. Is there a Japanese language thing that people use to make people say other people's names by themselves? I see a lot of translations that have people say a person's name, pause, and then start an actual sentence. Oh, like... Okay, hold on a second. I think I know what you mean, like, basically using another person's name more often than a reference to them or you or him or whatever. I believe that just has to do with the fact that in Japanese there isn't much use of those kind of pronouns that we have in English, like he, him, she, you, they, we. Like they do have words for them, but they're not used in the same way we use them. They are only used occasionally for other contexts. So it's very common that in Japanese, when you're referring to someone, even if that someone is literally standing in front of you and it's the person you're talking to, you literally refer to them by name. So like, you know, Luke would literally say Tier's name like often while talking directly to her, and vice versa in Japanese, which is why it's important. It's apparently fairly important to learn people's names in Japanese. Now you do have, it's also important to note that you are supposed to eventually just kind of drop the pronouns altogether, not refer to them as them, you, or by name either. You just make the sentence, and the context already should suggest who you're talking to or who you're talking about. So yeah, Japanese is a very context-based language, but it also lacks some of the pronouns that we have, so that's why you'll hear people's names being used more often and then not being used at all. It is a different language.
I've been waiting for you.
What's the book Van left behind?
It's just an ordinary book on phonic arts, but there was a hidden page at the end. Here's a copy of it. I don't know what it means, but I thought you might...
This is... Va... Le... Zue... Jue... Mother... Understanding... Spreading through the land of Rugnica. The magnificent angel's voice.
What's going on?
Just singing.
Quiet. Tyr is meditating. It looks like that really was the symbol of the hymn.
Now I understand. This is the 3rd hymn.
Yes, learn the holy song.
Were you able to figure out the hidden whatever it was?
The Yulia script?
Yes.
Congratulations, Tyr.
Thank you. Do you mind if I keep this copy? There's information here about the symbolism in the other hymns as well. Though I don't yet know enough to understand them.
I'll study it eventually.
Be my guest. I'm sure it'll come in useful eventually as you grow stronger.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, as that side quest, let's read up on that new ability. In fact, let's take out Healing Circle and use that instead. Holy Song. Use the third phonon to increase the attack and defense of all allies and restore a small amount of HP. That sounds great. That's a buff and a heal. Not a strong heal, but a heal is heal, man. Okay, so that was that. Okay, so the next side quest says here it will be in Darth. So let's go to Darth. What I was trying to say is that I didn't mean that when people say a person's name, like when Tyr said Lila, but paused before the actual sentence. In English, I usually see a person's name, comma, and then sentence. Oh. That's not so much of a Japanese thing as it is just like a fictional writing thing. You know, exclaiming someone's name when they come in, or you know, I guess it's not a Japanese thing. They don't do that in Japanese either. It's more just it's more of a fictional writing thing. Like you'll see it happen in anime and video games, in Japan and in here. You know, whether it's being written by Japanese people or English-speaking people. Because I don't know, it's just that's more of a fictional writing thing rather than an actual Japanese thing that they do. Okay, well, only a few people are allowed to enter the phone stand room at a lower level, and I'm one of them. Well, Tyr's one of them, not me. I can't even enter Aldront. I'm not a fictional character in real life, because real life and fiction are different. Which is something a lot of people, surprisingly, don't understand. Anyways.
Oh, Tyr, it's you. And this must be...
Yeah, so you mean like that, oh, Tyr, it's you. You know, something like that. Like, there seems to be a bit of a pause between saying sentences and... Well, okay, now that was actually an actual comment. The next time I see the example, I'll point it out.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Luke.
I'm Mew.
You stay quiet.
But you're still being mean to me.
I apologize for what happened at Axarius.
I don't think a simple apology is gonna solve it, but I mean, start.
Ah, you're the Luke replica. I see. You really do look the same.
Grandfather!
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to apologize to us for Axariuth, however.
What do you mean?
The fall of Axariuth is written in Yulia's score. It occurred because it was meant to.
What are you saying? I've never heard that. That makes it the same as Hod.
It's part of the closed score. Only those of Maestro rank or higher know of it.
There's certain things that concern the entire world that those specific areas of the world are not allowed to know about. So you're telling me that if a country is supposed to fall due to so and so reason, the people in that country are not allowed to know of their doom unless they're maestro ranks? Now that's some bullshit.
If you knew about it through the score, why didn't you try to stop it?
Luke, I'm surprised to hear someone from the Outer Lands say such a thing. A calm, orderly life in accordance with the score is the way of the Order of Lorelei.
Well, yeah, but...
Why are people read the score on their birthday each year? To learn of the next year and accept the possibilities it holds.
You see, this is starting to make us see Van's point of view.
Then why didn't you inform the world about Axariuth's destruction?
Yeah, if you'd let everyone know, people wouldn't have had to die.
That's the problem. When faced with a score of death, people become unable to live peacefully.
Of course, sir. Nobody wants to die.
That's not acceptable. Yulia read prosperity for Aldront in the score. If we don't move history down that path, we'll lose the prosperity we are promised. We are the Watchers who guide the Outer Lands to prosperity, based on Yulia's score. The Order of Lorelei is a tool for that purpose.
I believe we're seeing a bit of a thing where a religious entity is deciding the fate of the entire world, even those who don't believe in Julia too much. Again, it's in a fictional world using a fictional religion, but you could apply this idea here to some events in real life, which I won't go into detail because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or something, but you know what I'm trying to say.
And that's where Grand Maestro Mose held Phone Master Ion and tried to cause a war?
Master Van knew about the score when he took me to Axariuth?
That's correct.
You told me neither Malkuth nor Kimlaska listened when you warned them about Hod. Was that a lie?
I'm sorry. You were young. I didn't want to tell you the truth. But Van knows the truth.
You know, I don't notice. We haven't noticed Teodoro guys for too long, but he's not making a good first impression. Seems like a bit of a non-cooperative sort of leader.
Then my brother is planning to take revenge on the world. He said that a world shackled to the score is better off destroyed.
Tyr, you're mistaken in thinking that Van is trying to destroy the world. It's true that there was a time when Van hated the score after what happened to Hod. But now, he's doing an admirable job as an observer.
Are you sure about that?
Admirable? Letting everyone in Axariuth die was admirable? You're crazy. There's something wrong with all of you.
For once, I agree.
Not at all. At the end of the 6th phone stone, Yulia's score reads thus. The land of Rugnica will be enveloped in war, and Malkuth shall lose territory. Kimlaska Lanveldir shall thrive, and this shall lead to unprecedented prosperity. We have watched all this time in order to bring that unprecedented prosperity to the Outer Lands.
But grandfather, Van is trying to cause Saint Bina to fall.
The battle will take place around it. Saint Bina will not fall.
But it will. It's literally falling. There was an earthquake that warned us about it.
It is not written in the score.
Mayor Teodoro, it's time for the council meeting.
I'll be right there. If you two are that worried, take the Yulia Road to the Outer Lands. See for yourself that your concern is groundless.
I feel like that word right there, groundless, is gonna be a little bit more literal than you imagine here, Mr. Teodoro.
Tyr, let's go back to the Outer Lands. We aren't going to accomplish anything here.
Right. But before we go, there's something I want to get from my room, okay?
Sure.
Anyways, really, that's odd. Most of the time, fiction writing is there with some roots from real life, but real life conversations don't have people say a person's name and then pause. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the kind of fiction too. Sometimes that can also just happen from translating, like trying to translate from Japanese to English. This is how this sentence would be best presented, even if it's not realistic, but it sounds okay. What's your room, dear? It's the room where you were sleeping in. The 2nd floor in the house next door is my room. Ah, well, there you go. Hey. Damn, that whole time I was sleeping in Tyr's bed. Yes, you were. Master is something. I mean, it's not. She probably washed it and did all sorts of things to it. Like, it's just a bed, dude. It's fine. No, let's go. It's having a moment. Anyways, but yeah, it's yeah. Obviously, fiction does try to base itself off of reality somewhat, but some things also have to be a little different. Starting a new journey, just like before. I left Julius City like this last time, when I first met you. Ow. The time I went to the Outer Lands to stop my brother. Damn. I've got to stop him this time. And we've got to save Saint Bean. Yeah, I can't let another Exarius happen. I'm still giving him the stupid voice. Until he really proves. Until Luke really proves that he has improved. And has changed quite a bit. Not just a little bit. But yeah, he's starting. He's definitely starting to try to be better. But until he's made enough progress, he's gonna have the stupid voice. So going to give Luke the stupid person. Yes, until he has truly proven himself.
Van hated the score. He was always talking about it, here in this room. He'd stand about where you are now, and say he could never forgive a world that let Hod die.
Why does he care so much about Hod?
The Isle of Hod was Malkuth land, destroyed in the Hod War 16 years ago. It was our home. Hod fell into the Cliffoth, just like Exarius. Van and my mother, who was pregnant with me, fell into the Cliffoth. Van probably used a phonic hymn. Something happened before I went to the Outer Lands. Van returned to this city, something he didn't do very often.
Ash seems to suspect something.
Ash is still a bit dainty. He'll cause trouble if he learns that the people of the Outer Lands will be annihilated.
Shall we have Sing keep tabs on him?
Yes.
I suppose Legreta might also be from the Cliffoth if she was here.
I was planning something terrible. At least that many people were going to die. I couldn't allow that to happen, even if Hod had been left to die because of the score. I swore I'd stop him, even if it meant killing both of us.
Tear.
But it looks like I failed. I couldn't save Exarius.
That's because
I can't blame it all on you. I took an assignment in the Outer Lands in order to stop Van.
I'm still gonna blame 60% of it on you, Luke.
You're strong.
Am I? I wonder.
Well, you're 6 levels below Luke, but otherwise you're fine.
Too strong. But thanks for telling me about all this. I think maybe I understand you a little better now.
That's the first time you've ever thanked me for anything.
You see, it's shit like this that makes you remember Luke has been a piece of shit for the majority of the game.
Really?
I'm so happy you two are growing close to each other.
It's not like that. By the way, what did you come here to get?
A book on phonology. I thought you would need it.
Why?
A hyperresonance is caused by 7th phonons. I think this will help you learn to control them.
Oh, thanks.
Well, the best way to defuse a bomb is to understand how the bomb works. Fair enough. 10 principles of phonology.
The Yulia road is to the right of the meeting room. Let's go.
Why does it just stay? How come you didn't go with Astrid and the others, Tia? Or should I have gone? I had no reason to. Yeah, I've been odd, but I was ordered by Mose to search for the 7th phone zone. The one in Exarius turned out to be a fake. Granted, I have to report that, but that has nothing to do with Ash. Besides, he's one of my brother's troops. I can't trust him. Ow. So, don't think I stayed for you either. Damn. I plan to discuss my course of action with Grandfather. You just woke up before I left. That's all. Ow. Yeah. Right. But I'm going with you now to watch you and see whether you really can change. Remember that. The pauses are killing me. Yeah, I know. I'll do everything I can. Okay. Any more skits? This game's been throwing skits at me like crazy lately. Okay. Let me just double check something. I remember I got a deck brush from up here. But I think that probably was a weapon for Jade. If I had to guess. Oh, we're fine. Okay. Would that book have given Luke his Mystic Art? I forgot. I'm pretty sure you can't get his Mystic Art before the haircut. Which is why a New Game Plus is required to inherit the Mystic Arts, say a long-haired Luke art before. Actually, no. Luke's Mystic, like just his normal Mystic Art, is activated from an AD skill, as is the case with everyone else. Where is it? Limit boost. It's around here somewhere. Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking. Okay, well here's over limit. Special, there it is. Why an over limit? Hold X after using an arcane art to use a high phonic card to cast a mystic. Yeah, so you just unlock a mystic card once you reach level 40 something, 30 something maybe, and you have the right amount of the right setup of capacity cores. So you can actually unlock Luke's Mystic Card before he cuts his hair, if you grind with him enough. It just typically in your first normal playthrough, you would get to this point. You would get to that higher level roughly around this point, or maybe a couple of dungeons after this. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a key item. Now there is a secondary Mystic Art. Actually, every character has a second Mystic Art that they can only use during New Game Plus. And those have weird requirements that you need to go through in order to unlock them. In Luke's case, I think his secondary Mystic Art can't be used until he gets a particular item at the end of the game. So, yeah, we're not going to be seeing that one until way later. Tyr, can't remember what she has to do for hers. Actually, wait a minute. Actually, I might have it. Hold on. Holy Song. Actually, I think Tyr's secondary Mystic Art has to do with Holy Song. So we might actually be able to see her secondary Mystic Art already. I'm pretty sure Jade's has to do with Thunderblade, which I believe he got that already, so we can do that. Brother and sister, let's see. So you and Master Van grew up here? Yes, I was born here, so I'm used to it. But Van... well, he had a hard time. I see. Things are very different here from the Outer Lands. Yes, and everybody made fun of him for being an ignorant child of the Outer Lands. It must have been hard for them. Missed. Even after he entered the Order, people were jealous because he rose to prominence so fast. That's why he grew a beard. He wanted to look as old as possible to avoid that. Just interesting tidbit. You really care for him, don't you? Of course I do. That's why it hurt so much. Man was so strong and kind. But Van now is not my brother. Tay. I'm sorry. Got a little emotional there. It's unusual for you. You've been pretty cold up to now. That's okay. You should open up more. Isn't it hard to keep things bottled up like that? Luke. Thank you. Well, that was cute. Anyways, I was actually going to point out an interesting comparison here, and it's that Luke acts like a student looking up to his master when he's talking about Van. Similarly to how Mew looks like a little student person, or talking about his master when he's talking to Luke. So, you know, in a weird way, Mew to Luke is a reflection as is to Luke to Van. In a weird way, kind of. That might be a bit of a stretch, but you know, I think I have a picture here.
This path connects to the Aramis Spring on the Padamian continent. That place is crawling with monsters. Are you ready?
I believe I am, yes.
Hold on.
Okay, let's make sure we're prepared.
But just in case, let me check if the stores around here have anything I could use. I've been watching Nico B play Outlast 2. I can't believe such a disappointing game is a sequel. What happened to the development? Oh, I don't know much about Outlast 2, but I have it. I have it on PS4 because it was free, I believe, in November or something. So just grabbed it. Okay. Anyways, am I missing anything in particular? I don't think so. Yeah, we're fine. Besides, all the stuff in here is kind of... Well, actually, the bread in here is not as expensive as it was in Belkent. But I'll be fine without it. That's about Mew and Luke's relationship like that. Yeah, it just occurred to me because Mew keeps calling Luke Master and Luke keeps calling Van Master, even after all the shit he's done to him. Which again, Luke has done a lot of shit to Mew.
To the Aramis Spring.
Okay, but anyways.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm scared.
It'll be all right, Mew. Here we go.
I mean, it's not like you're an actual fighter, Mew. It's alright. If you play the first Outlast, you'll see right away how much better it is when you play the sequel. It's I'm sure it'll be okay. I do know Outlast 2 is based off of an actual thing that happened somewhere here in the United States, where a religious cult committed a mass suicide nonsense. So it is actually based off of real life events. But again, just have to wait and see. I definitely hear more people talk about Outlast 1 than 2, and I even see more people playing Outlast 1 even after Outlast 2, even when Outlast 2 is already available. So I can definitely tell that Outlast 1 is probably more popular, but you know, to each their own. It might not be too bad.
Whoa! It dumped us out into the water.
It's all right. You won't get wet.
That's literally what water's supposed to do. That is some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
How come?
Apparently, the force from the Sephiroth spout pushes the water aside.
Those Sephiroth things sure are strong if they can lift the whole land into the sky. And I destroyed one of them.
Standing around depressed isn't going to help anything.
You're right. I came back here to do what I can. Man, I'm hopeless.
Well, anyways, the Julia wrote. Wow, that was neat. Jill took me by surprise getting thrown into a pool like that. You said it uses the Sephiroth, right? How does that work? I don't understand the theory behind it. We just make use of it. There are many more phonic arts and phone machines left from the Dawn Age. But we just don't fully understand them yet. Oh, and the Dawn Age must have been pretty amazing. Must have been a pretty amazing time. It probably was. In fact, Julia herself is said to have helped invent most of the technology of the time. That's why it's called the Julia Road. Wow. Yes, Julia is said to have founded it. I heard that Julia was a great person too. Yeah, it sounds like it. I was never interested in that stuff, so I never bothered to learn about it. Well, now's a good time to start, one step at a time. Yeah. I guess I'll start giving him a slightly less stupid voice. Because he is saying less stupid things. So, you know, it's kind of hard to voice someone sounding stupid when they're not also saying stupid things. But, you know. Anyways, you can't actually warp back to, Julia City from here. In fact, I believe this is the only way we can access Julia City for a bit. I think we'll be able to access it more easily later. But, you know, that's it. Can I hit the trees? No, not this ones. Okay, well, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I need to remember how to play a steer, because it's been a minute. Carmine chamber. I have all these chambers and I haven't used any of them. Well, I have a few of them. Let's see, let's just put a couple of them on Revitalize. Let's see, get the amount of HP recovered. Okay, Revitalize already, like, does a full heal. So I'm not sure I need it to heal more than it already does. So this time it takes to recover after casting. TP used. No effect. How many... I have a lot of these chambers, but I don't need them. I don't know. I mean, these all sound relatively useful. I really don't think I need the additional HP increase. Like, it heals a lot already. Then again... yeah, let's just go with that. There we go. Yeah, that sounds pretty useful. Because it is a pretty expensive skill. TP, yeah, it uses 80. If we can reduce that, that would be nice. Shorten the casting time, increase effectiveness. Oh, we already have a... I did not know you could actually use that like that. It just saves your progress on a different chamber from a previous playthrough. That's convenient. Holy Lands, what was I using that for? Nothing apparently. So let's just put it on one of these. Force field. Apparently I was doing that. So let's go ahead and go with that. Can I do anything to... Oh, there's Holy Song. Okay. Was I doing... Yeah, I was doing that. Okay. Excellent. Look, how about you? I'm using Rending Thrust for sure. Havoc Strike, I was using that too. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Huh. Actually, I don't need to use this chamber yet. But once we get Slag Assault with him, because you remember, we'll be able to get an ability called Slag Assault later with Luke, and that creates an Earth field of Phonon. So we can use that with Rending Thrust later, once we get that. Otherwise, fine. Ice Spear Cannon though, we'll definitely get... Actually, no! Wait, like, does that work with... it's fine. Yeah, we'll probably be able to make use of it somehow. Devil's Inferno, sure. Guardian Field... Yes, that's... It's Luke's one and only healing ability. We might as well make the most use out of it. And then a little bit of location steal. Yeah, that's a stealing move. Make sure you use that. That's gonna be Luke's primary method of stealing. Besides that, where's Demon Fit? Okay, it's already using something for it. Steel. What's steel combination? I believe it's fire. Yes, we can use fire with that. Okay, because of Devil's Inferno. Okay, and Fangblade. We're working on that, so let's put that on. Okay. The original Tales of the Abyss had this kind of art customization. Which other Tales of games had this? From what I've seen, pretty much every single Tales game has its own way of approaching art customization, and obviously they've improved it in some games. You know, if you compare the art customization of Tales of Fantasia, I'm pretty sure it's non-existent. It's literally just just you put things. You put a couple of things on the arts and that's it. Power hammer. I mean that kind of works, but I mean, okay. Here's the thing. Tyr can create any field of honor she wants, but it's a spell. I don't want to use that. It's too long. It's too much. Just too much effort. So we'll go with something different. Am I even using Nocturnal Night? Maybe. Whatever. We'll just put that on. Healing Circle. Was I doing anything with that? Reduce the amount of HP. Reduce cast time. Reduce TP used. We'll just go with one of these. I haven't been using these too much. How about Resurrection? Was I doing anything? Actually, that would actually help in here. Yeah, cause they don't resurrect with that much HP with Resurrection. So if we can revive them with a little bit more HP than that, that would be swell. How about Nightmare? Was it? I don't even use Nightmare that much, but I guess we'll give it up one of these. Actually, let's give it one of these instead. And the Power Hammer. Let's give you. Let's give you. Do I really want to put? I believe Power Hammer doesn't push or anything, so there's no point in doing that. Let's give it a Carmine Chamber. Okay. There. It's some customization. With the more Tales of games, all you do is just use the art X amount of times and you'll get an additional defects added to it. Here it looks like you have a choice between 4, right? Yeah, you can... As long as you find the actual chambers, you can put different chambers on it. So hey, let's see what Tales of Arise does. It might do something interesting.
It's about time you showed up, Luke.
Hey, more party members.
Hey, you cut your hair. Nice. Clean cut. Looks good.
In the cutscene it didn't look that great, but the in-game model looks better.
It's just like I saw when I was connected with Ash. Guy waited for me.
Here's your friend.
Guy.
Dude.
Huh? What is it?
I'm not Luke.
That is such an odd sentence. Like, I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say. That is a really awkward sentence to just say. Like, and the way he said it doesn't help either.
Jeez, I don't need you talking like Ash too.
But I'm a replica.
So, that guy doesn't like to be called Luke anyway. I say take it.
Take it? You haven't changed a bit.
It's only been a couple days. It's not gonna change that much. Like you, apparently.
You sure have, though. You don't have to put yourself down so much.
I'm not. It's just...
Sure you are. Who cares about names at this point? You could at least look happy to see me, after I went to the trouble of waiting here for you.
You're right. Thanks.
Luke said thanks?
Oh my god. Guy makes some of the best faces, I swear.
He says he's going to change. Looks like you never do.
I would use that face as the thumbnail if I hadn't already used that thumbnail for Guy in a different video. But if I can't find a better face in this video, I might just use that again. Because it's too good. Friend for life. Good job, Guy. Didn't Luke get a thing as well previously? Let's see. Oh yeah, if nothing better comes up, I'll use that face for Guy. Anyways, you're not an ambassador anymore, you're a replica model. Well dang, I could have been listening to this the whole time while I was playing Mario Maker tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. Well hey, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to stick around for much before going to work, but hey, here you go. Okay. Anyways, we got fish. And we got treasure chests. We got 6,000 gold. And we got a save point. We got all kinds of things in there going tonight. Okay. Let's see. Saved like 50 times tonight already. Oh my god. Okay. Just make sure we don't drop our balls. I got too accustomed to you being absent most days, so I just wasn't expecting another one so soon. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be able to stream this much either, but here we are. Alright, Mr. Batman. Oh, we got different music. That's cool. I should have bought some magic lenses. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, water bat. It is weak. It is resistant to water. Who would have thunk it? Anyways. Actually, no. Hold on. Oh, you're coming. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she's able to use She's able to use 6 attacks now. Let's see. So here's Holy Song. Yeah, but it is a general buff to everyone, and it also heals.
You're no match for
Here's max ATP has increased. Excellent. That's gonna come in handy. You level up to Velvet. I need Tyr to level up though. She's low level right now. Okay. Has look changed? Yes, considerably. Look sure seems different. Yes, I suppose he's changed a bit. That must have been a tough experience for him. Yes, he was sulking and shit, but whatever. Xer's collapse, advanced betrayal. Well, then we'll have to wait and see whether he can truly change or not. I just hope he doesn't let everything get him down. I wouldn't worry. He's got you to depend on. And you as well. I suppose. Anyway, shall we get going? Yes, that's... Help! I went to the garage for some water and there's something in there. What? Eh? As in something big enough to make noise? Like not a bug, but more like a creature? That is concerning. What is this thing? Speaking of creatures, look at that. Mercury and a water spirit. Alright. Let's get some magic lenses. So you're resistant to physical attacks and water. Also, that's an ass. What's the game rate again? T? Oh, Jesus, okay, but it's weak to fire. And then... Okay. Almost certainly a rat. Where's Jermer's rat emote when you need it? Gonna have to get a couple of stops going on Jermer. Oh, he learned I think he learned Sword Rain Alpha. Cool. Anyways, let's scan the yellow one. The Mercury. I was trying to scan that one. Okay, it's not dead yet. That one also has an ass. Holy shit. Okay. And that one's weak to water. The other ones are strong against water. And they're all resistant to physical attacks. This is a slight predicament. Okay. Well, let's use... I cleared it arms a little bit. Okay. Hold on. Oh, it's dead, never mind.
The difference is so obvious.
Okay, here's Max's HP increase, I believe. Sword Rain Alpha, yeah, he learned Sword Rain Alpha. That's convenient, that's useful. We can do something with that. Okay. Anyways. Unfortunately, I saw this coming up ever since the big hole appeared near the garage door. Ah! So is this... This might be more of a consistent problem. And I imagine during the winter...
Why did you wait for me?
You know, with the cold and the terrible weather, we've been having lately. Rats and other small animals are seeking refuge wherever they can find.
We're friends, right? Oh, wait. I'm your servant. Sorry.
I'm a replica. I'm not your master.
It's not like I was acting friendly towards you just because you were my master.
What?
You're you, and Ash is Ash. Replica or whatever. You're real to me.
My grandmother's spotted plants have been getting eaten. Ah, that's definitely either a rat or some kind of small critter. Definitely gonna have to do something about that soon. Also, haha, winter. Yes, 60 degrees. 60 something degrees on winter. No matter what the score says. Dear, you know I said the full of anxiety was written in the score, right? Yes, it seems grandfather knew about it. Then shouldn't we have asked him about what's going to happen next? It might have helped some. You think so? I'm not really sure about that. If you can't change it, it might be better not to know. Yes, grandfather probably didn't tell me about Axeriot for the same reason. Yeah, but... Besides, grandfather was saying that according to the score, Saint Bean is safe. So I doubt it would help us much anyway. Yeah, we won't know if it's going to fall or not until the time comes. But if there's a chance it will, we can't just ignore it. Yeah, alright, let's go. Okay, I wonder why Guy became so friendly to Luke. Cause he's been thinking about Luke and be like, hey, that dude's probably having the worst time of his life right now. He probably needs a friend. Right about this time. Didn't he know Luke was a replica back when Ash was swapped? He probably just developed a relationship with him over all that time. Okay, anyways. Let's see. I don't have any fire on me, except for Luke's Devil's Inferno. Okay. Let's see, does anyone need healing? Now we're fine. Let's see if I can use Holy Lance now. That is not the thing I meant to use. Okay. I was about to use that.
You're no match.
Whatever. I'm sure more than 1,000 fanfic authors out there are dying to tell you the answer of Guy and Luke's relationship. Yep. Especially in the Tales of community. There are a lot of Fuyoshis in the Tales of community. Like a shit ton, holy fuck. That's a crab. An iron crab, in fact. Okay, we got 3 magic lances left. Let's make sure we make them count. That thing is resistant to... Everything here is resistant to physical attacks, except the bats. I'm not cool with that. Can someone please stop that thing? What? You know what? That's fine. We can solve this debuff real quick. Okay. Okay. You only hit the ones in front of you when you do the actual thing that does damage, Luke. That's a predicament. Okay, let's see if we can actually get this freaking spell going now. Okay. Okay, so Holy Lance is pretty cool, but... You know... what's the thing I can use here? Hold on, I can use something. First Aid... Severed Fate... Searing Sorrow... Okay. I just like using field opponents too much. Anyways. I'm using a lot of TP though, so let's back off for a little bit. Okay.
You're no match for us.
So I've been listening to a lot of Ahead in Time soundtrack today. I don't know why I never noticed how great it was before. Oh, it is! It has an amazing soundtrack. Ahead in Time does. It also has a lot of really long tracks. Like some tracks in there are like really long. Very long. Okay. Anyways, I get a new sword look actually, I just realized. And you can also get some silver mail. So now both of you have silver mails. And everything else is fine. Okay. All the streamers and let's players have been just had the music volume really low, I wonder. Maybe. Okay. People have said Vesperia's burst arts feel similar to Abyss's field of forms arts. What do you think? Kind of. Okay. It's I'm trying to remember some of the burst arts. They're definitely harder to pull off. There's a bigger feel of randomness to the feel of phonons as compared to burst arts, but they are kind of similar in the sense that they change it up a little bit. But I still feel they're different enough to be two separate concepts. Mainly, just the only similarities I can really see strongly between burst arts and feel of phonon changes is that they're just like upgraded arts, and maybe the idea of like making more powerful versions of one art was pretty new back then.
Do you remember?
For this like mid-generation Tales of games. But you know, then you got like Tales of Celia's combination arts, and those are a different concept altogether, but also really cool. So you know, that's a thing.
It was after the kidnapping, so I guess it was right after you were born.
What? Did something happen?
I asked you if it was hard not having your memory. You said, you can't go forward if you keep looking back. So you didn't need a past. That's what you told me.
Man, I was stupid. I did not need one. I didn't have one.
Actually, I thought it was pretty insightful.
A cutscene. Do you remember Homestead Act? A quote from Mother Tree, I think. Fair enough. I'm sure we'll get. Is that a dinosaur? That's a lot of enemies in this cave.
These guys are wimps. They'll still beat you if your guard's down.
Okay. It's fucking bad. Okay.
Bring it on.
Alright.
You're mine.
Look. Look, you fool. You absolute idiot. Okay, hold on. Whatever.
Too easy.
Max TP quiz though, that's convenient. Okay, let's go fight. Let's go figure out to deal with the dinosaur. So what's going on with this Corinthus? Okay. It is resistant to water. Everything in here is resistant to water, except the other the ladies, the metal ladies. Okay, that's the funniest time the AI used the mystic art. It happens every once in a while. I've had it happen a couple times off stream. I feel like we need. There we go. That's much better. See, guy knows how to use his arts. Okay. I feel like we should have had we needed a difficulty between very hard and unknown, because the jump in difficulty from one to the other is ridiculous. Okay, maybe not in difficulty, but in enemy HP. it feels quite drastic. These battles last way longer on unknown. Like, in fact, hold on. Let's switch it real quick, just so I can show you how much longer it takes on this difficulty. Okay, also here's a fish. Oh, that thing stands up.
You're dead.
Okay, anyway, yeah, there's a merfish. Yeah, see, it now has 26,000 health. They didn't even have 10,000 health before that. Okay. Anyways, let's see. So that is a weird looking creature, but whatever. Okay, a word of impossible but never unknown. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now let me see something here. There we go. There, I thought she was. I was gonna be able to do a different Mystic art, but apparently not. I believe there is a different Mystic art that Tyr can use if she uses a particular spell instead of what's the name of it? Instead of one of her normal arcane arts. I'm having a hard time here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can string arts together pretty well. I'm trying to hit him, look. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Ever seen a Murloc from World of Warcraft? It's kind of similar. And once you've heard its gurgling war cry, you'll never forget it. I've heard of Murlocs. I've never actually seen them or heard them. But anyways, that took 2 minutes. The previous battles have taken like 30 seconds. So as you can see here, there is a bit of a jump. A bit of a difference in enemy HP from one to the other. So for the sake of making things go a little bit faster, I'm gonna keep it on very hard for now. Until I feel like we're high level enough to tackle unknown without being delayed too much. So I wanna spend 2 minutes per battle. That's too long. Okay. Anything else around here?
All this must have been hard on you.
I'm in no position to talk. Everybody died because of me.
You've been sulking too much, Luke.
Part of that's my fault, though.
You didn't have anything to do with it.
I'm partly responsible for raising you from a blank slate to a selfish, spoiled kid.
Huh?
From the start, when you didn't remember how to walk, or didn't know, I guess, I was the one who looked after you. I've really learned my lesson.
Is it just HP that gets overhauled? Seemed like they were still pretty weak otherwise. They also do more damage. I think these particular guys weren't doing too much damage, and I also had a buff that gave me extra defense, so that helped. But I have had occasions where they will like just cut off a quarter of your HP with one hit. It is dangerous. Anyway, here's a crab.
You're dead.
Okay, let's see. How long would you prefer Normal battles and bosses. H.C. Bailey has said he prefers at most 5 minutes for a boss. He hasn't said how long for normal battles though. I'll have to ask him the next time he's playing an RPG. For me, I guess it kind of depends. I definitely don't like my normal battles to be lasting too long, especially when there's this many of them. And boss battles, unless it's really epic or really cool, I would prefer it to just last a couple of minutes at most. Like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes seems about right for a boss battle. If it's lasting 10 minutes plus, like it did with Legreta 2 streams ago, no. Okay, yeah, 30 seconds is good for normal battles. 30-ish seconds, maybe a minute if it's got a lot of enemies. I remember Xenosaga was taking like 2 minutes per battle. That's why I was kind of getting bored of it too.
How should I try to make up for Exariuth?
That's a difficult question. It's not something you can just apologize for.
Yeah, apologizing is important, but it can be hard on the one you apologize to.
Why?
The greater the loss, the more people need someone to hate for it, you know? You might feel better, but the ones you apologize to can't just say, okay, no problem.
Perhaps you should spend your life bearing that responsibility, never forgetting. No, that's too vague.
Maybe I should never be happy.
Now I know that's not right.
Are you sure? I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be born, and then I destroyed Exariuth.
Okay, stop. No more of that. Hearing you talk like that is just annoying.
Guy, Luke's thinking seriously about the issue.
Just help people. Use the rest of your life to make everyone in the world happy.
That's a bit vague and a bit much, but sure.
There's no way I can do that.
I know that, you idiot. I mean, you need to put that much effort into it.
Oh, right. I get it. Think.
Okay, so here's a problem with Luke's character now. He went from being way too cocky and bossy to everyone to way too sad and sulking and depressed. He went from like what's a good example? He went like from Vegeta to Krillin, but like not funny. And in the span of 2 hours, and I'm just not okay with that sort of change so suddenly.
This guy's a wimp.
Okay. Anyways.
Don't get cocky.
Bring it on.
Okay. Okay, let's take care of this demon over here. It's clear that I missed a major plot point, but I think I get the gist of it. Not too different from a situation what we've seen from, say, Cloud's tribe. Yeah, to summarize what you... I'm not sure if you were here for the destruction of Exariuth, but basically Luke, in his blind attempt to trust Van in everything, ended up destroying an entire city. With a lot of sick people in it. We were trying to save the sick people. We ended up killing all of them. Or well, Luke ended up killing all of them. And it caused... And the reason that actually killed them is because he destroyed a giant tree that is located in the center of the earth. And these giant trees, which are the Sephiroths, is what actually keeps the outer worlds, the outer lands, in place. So when you destroy a tree, it literally is like destroying the pillar that's holding a ceiling. So, you know, he did that, but to a fraction of the world. And he felt really bad about that, and was sulking about that for a bit. We got to play as Ash, as his actual self, which because Luke is a replica. Okay, At some point, I'm gonna have to ask you to refer to the stream archives, but again, to summarize, Luke did a bad. He's not actually a real person, but he's a replica, but he's still a person, but you know, it's the plot development. And now he's trying to make up for killing a bunch of people. Okay. Make it sound like a waxy accident. It was a very, very extreme accident. Is it this stream archive when that happened? No, that was... The destruction was 2 streams ago, and the attempts at redemption was 1 stream ago. Okay. Okay. I feel like Guy is the one that does his mystic arts most often. Let me see something real quick. Do I have... I'm gonna replace Holy Song with, not Resurrection. Revitalize real quick. I need to try something. Okay. No. That hit nobody. Why? That is dumb. Okay. Whatever. But it's not it's not revitalized. It's something else. Probably a different ability that I have to unlock later. Whatever. It's like I always miss the important stuff. Oh well, it's fine. I haven't been able to catch any of your recent Paper Mario streams, so I can't really say much myself. Okay. Anyways, it's actually, let's go up first. There's a glitch where you're trying to do Jade's Mystic Art, but he's stuck in his casting animation until he dies. Ow. I have never encountered that glitch and I do not wish to. But I'll give my eyes out for it. Be more careful when using Jade's arts. Am I going the right way? I'm going the way of the treasure chest, so yes. That is technically the right way. I already got 2 of those. I don't need another one. I don't need this many Limbo Rapiers. You see, this is why I don't like buying equipment. Because you end up just getting that equipment soon afterwards anyways. Like, what's the point? Okay. Oh, do me a favor and ignore my last private message stream. I was probably still congested and slightly miserable. I mean, Paper Mario stream. Miserable and congested for the whole affair. Might be able to pull like 2 good clips from that, or from the eventual highlights reel. Ah, okay. I learned and saw this from a very distant Let's Play from Prince Boo 2. Ah, Prince Boo. I actually know who that is. And specifically the reason I know about him is because one day I was just randomly looking up Tales of the Abyss streams, and he was like one of the first people that came up. So there you go. Okay. Wait, hold on, did I just take damage here? Anyways, whatever. Meditation. I can use that. Can I use anything else? What's in the hands cast again? Not that one. Clear the alarms. It's Flamme Rouge. Was Holy Song changed to anything? No, okay. Okay, there we go. I should probably heal for a little bit.
We're not playing around either.
Okay. It's not the same guy as Booman from those really old German videos. No, Booman is a completely different person. I don't think so. I haven't seen old German videos. No, there's a surprising number of Boos out there. That is true. But no, Prince Boo is mainly a Nintendo player. But it just so happens that his favorite game of all time is this game, Tales of the Abyss. Boo-Man! I've not seen Boo-Man in a while. But he is pretty cool too. Okay, now I know Boo-Man does make his own content. I haven't checked him out in a while. That is a fast-moving sky.
Whoa!
It's Jade!
Jade?
Jade.
Oh, good. I was afraid I might have missed you.
Colonel, what are you doing here?
I have a favor to ask of Guy. He said he'd wait for Luke here, so I came looking for him.
Me?
Moses captured Ion and Natalia.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh, Luke, you're here too.
Ah. I guess he's here.
You got a problem with that?
Not especially. Anyway, if we don't rescue them, there's going to be trouble. There aren't any Malkuth forces nearby, so I thought I'd ask for Guy's help.
What do you mean by trouble?
With the disappearance of Axariuth, Kimloska has begun making preparations for war.
Oh boy.
They probably intend to use Natalia's death as justification.
That's right. The people of the Outer Lands don't know why Xariuth disappeared.
Ion was wary of this and returned to the Order to issue a decree. He was captured upon his arrival.
Okay, Luke, we're going to rescue them. There's no way we're letting a war happen, right?
Yeah. Should we head to Doth?
Yes, that's the idea. In case you were unaware, Doth is southeast of here. I hope you won't get too lost or slow us down too much.
Luke, it's not easy to regain trust once you've lost it.
If she makes a point.
I know.
Harsh greeting. Well, I'd never imagined traveling with you again. I'm sorry about before. I won't do anything like that again. At least I'll try not to. I certainly hope not. Come on, Jade, remember when we all were first met? Let's just take... Your first meeting was not that great either. But too much has changed since then. Yeah. Jade, surely you're not so warped as to enjoy teasing poor, troubled children. Well, at least I don't have to be with him for long. I guess I'll just have to manage. So much for taking it easy. It'll be fine. Doth. You know, Doth may actually be one of the safest places in the world. Despite the name. What do you mean? Well, it's the center of the religion based on the score. They weren't built that here if it was destined to fall anyway. Indeed. Panamea used to be considered dangerous because of the Mount Zalejo volcano. But if the closed score foretold any danger, they would have undoubtedly chosen a different location. Come to think of it, how can volcanoes erupt in the Outer Lands anyway? They got enough lava down there? I was thinking about that myself. Yeah, if the Outer Lands are just a crust lifted off the surface of the planet, then volcanoes shouldn't exist at all. That might be related to the Sephiroth trees. It may be that they send not only phonons and memory particles, but also some sort of planetary life force to the surface as well. That's some technology Julia taught up. Not only Julia, but her 10 disciples and Dr. Southern Cross as well. Dr. Southern Cross, that's a name I see every once in a while, and I don't know who that is. But they sound important. That's something. It takes a lot for a game to be someone's personal favorite of all time. Yeah. And it's an this PlayStation 2... Well, okay, this used to be a PlayStation 2 exclusive. Now it's available also on 3DS. But anyways. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And this is a really good game. Like, obviously, I make fun of every game I play. But this is, in all honesty, a really good game. And I feel bad for having abandoned for like 3 months. I mean, yeah, he's gonna shit on Luke for a while. Yeah, he's gonna be jading him up a little bit. Anyways, I'm still gonna stick with Tyr for a little bit, at least until we get to the next dungeon-ish area. And then we'll switch to someone else. Okay. We're slowly getting our playable party back together. A yellow ribbon. Can I put down you here? It increases phonon defense by a fair bit, but decreases physical defense. It increases phonon defense more, but it also drops agility a little bit. I suppose it could be more useful in the long run. I'm gonna wait until the next area, see what kind of... If we're dealing with a lot of spellcasting enemies, I'll put that on her. Otherwise, we should stick with what we have right now. Okay. Oh, by the way, I finished watching the Yakuza arc of My Hero Academia. It was good, but I feel like it got way too intense, way too suddenly near the end. We should have seen more demonstration of Overhaul's powers throughout the arc. It works like that in the manga too. In the manga, it is just endless. Endless action until it actually ends. To death. Oh no, is there gonna be a war? It hasn't started yet. We can still prevent it. But what about Saint Bean? Yeah, we've got to do something about that too. Calm down. First things first, we have to rescue Io and Natalia from death. But Moses Church, right, won't even be trying to stop us. We don't have any time to waste dealing with them. Not everyone in the order listens to Mose. Some are on Ion's side, some are neutral. Don't worry, we have to move quickly, but calmly. Yeah, you're right. I understand. Let's hurry to death. Right. Any more skits? No? Okay, good. Okay, so we are in this is the Panamea continent. It is kind of small. Also, we have some new music. It is very intense. Very intense. I'm not sure if I like it, actually. It's a bit too intense for the situation, but whatever. Okay, what's a real bad habit you've done while playing RPGs? Mine is trying to keep everyone's experience around the same because I never want people to fall behind. I went so far to remove higher level people out or keep them dead just so that the lower ones can catch up. I mean, I do that sometimes too, but not to like an extreme extent. I only what am I trying to say? I forgot you can jump so high in this game. Yeah, try to keep everyone reasonably leveled. Well, what's a bad habit I have in JRPGs? I don't use spells in other games too much. Okay, actually, well, actually, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I remember in Kingdom Hearts specifically, I was very hesitant of ever using spells, like, at all. I only ever used the curing spells. But that's Kingdom Hearts specifically. In RPGs in general, sometimes I have a bad habit of not caring about some of the game's like systems, like customization things that they do, because they get too complicated. Like the materia system in Final Fantasy VII. The original, I'm not sure how the remake is going to handle it, but the original Final Fantasy VII's materia system can kiss my ass. I hate how that works. Final Fantasy VIII has like a junction system. I never even understood that freaking thing. The sphere grid in Final Fantasy X, I like it sometimes. Sometimes I hate it. Basically, I have a bad habit of not being a fan of certain customization. Like, I'm cool with a leveling up system or customization system that's more than just leveling up. But I feel like Final Fantasy games in particular are guilty of making them way too complicated and obnoxious. So, you know, sometimes I just don't maximize my characters because I don't want to deal with the systems. Anyways, I've mastered reset button in response to a boss fight ending with one party member dead. I feel like I've done that too. Okay. But there's many times I'll obsess over collecting items only to never ever use them. Oh, I do that too. Holy shit. I'm sure I've already done this a couple times on this channel. And that's not just with RPGs, that's with games in general. I'm pretty sure in most horror games I've played, I've finished the game with like an inventory full of healing supplies and like really powerful ammunition and weapons that I never used except for maybe the final boss fight. And yeah, that's a thing too. We'll just enjoy this view for a little bit. AC Bailey also has that habit. Yeah, he says those items are part of the Too Good To Use club. Yep. What's your opinion on job systems like Final Fantasy 3 and Bravely Default? If executed correctly, they're great. If executed poorly, they're weird. Interesting example, Final Fantasy X-2. You have a bunch of spheres. Sphere or whatever they can do is that it's like a job sphere. It literally changes because there's only 3 playable characters, but all 3 of them can change into a whole bunch of different classes. Problem is, some of those job spheres are very annoying to obtain. The concept is cool, but the execution sometimes doesn't really work that well. Okay. Picture someone has done a no junction and no sphere with playthrough in Final Fantasy 8 and 10 respectively. I believe it. There's all kinds of weird challenges out there. Anyways. Oh, okay, I actually got tiered up to level 52 already. She's been heftily leveling up. That's convenient. Okay. I forget the music just kind of picks up whatever it leaves off. Okay. Anyways. We're looking on levels though. There's definitely some level differences here. Like there is a 5-level gap between Tyr and Luke. And then Guy and Jade are in the middle of that. Okay. Wait to hear your thoughts about that new battle system in Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Are you going to stream the demo when it arrives? Maybe? I am interested in the game. I think the original Final Fantasy 7 is cool. Very revolutionary for its time, and I can still like a lot of things about it. But overall, I didn't actually like it that much. I like the concepts that it uses, and I like how important it is for the JRPG genre in general. But I didn't actually like the game itself that much. It hasn't aged super well. But Final Fantasy 7 Remake looks to be a lot more engaging and enjoyable, all things considered. So Zack Fair better get some spotlight in the Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I'm sure he will. Anyways, are you also going on a pilgrimage to Jazz? The cathedral is just beyond this hill. Woof. This monument is called the Fort Monument. It's one of the ones you visit on a pilgrimage. People call this hill the Fort Monument Hill because of its presence. Cool. Also, let me check my side quest. I think there's something coming up. Let's see. Okay, there is in fact a side quest coming soon. I did not talk to a little kid, but that's okay.
Master! Is that Dawn?
Yes, it looks Dawn, think.
I don't know, is it?
Yes. Ion and Natalia are likely being held inside that cathedral.
Understandable, since those two hold the potential to stop the war. Mose won't want them to leave Darth.
Can't we just tell my uncle about them being captive?
Natalia's probably thought to have been killed in Exariuth. I think that'd be difficult.
Yeah, and Mose has the King's ear too. Let's help them ourselves.
Annis is looking into things at the Order. Hopefully, we can find her in the city.
I guess we'll have to look for her.
That's that, the headquarters of the Order of Lorelei. Isn't it great? I came here on a pilgrimage to hear a more detailed score. Okay, tell me if I've already asked this, but what's your favorite and least favorite Final Fantasy game? Favorite? 10. It's the first one I played, it's the one I have the most fond memories of, and it is legitimately a pretty good game. I'm sure I would actually enjoy it better once I play it a second time, just because of a better understanding of the story and, you know, better approach to it. Least favorite? I've only actually beaten Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, and 7. I don't believe I've beaten any other Final. I've played 8, a little bit of 9, a decent amount of 12 actually, and I think that's it. So out of those, I mean, if we're just going by the ones I've actually beaten, I would have to say that 7 is my least favorite. But I will admit, 8 was having a really hard time keeping my... Like, I actually just dropped 8 at some point. Because I didn't want to play it anymore. 9 I just haven't gotten started properly with yet. Well, let's see. Okay. I'm also not a fan of 7, but I hope the remake is successful enough to make them want to remake 7 Crisis Core too. That'd be nice. Okay. Okay, Final Fantasy 10 is also my favorite. Ah, cool. We got another 10 over here. My list would have to be 12. It's not as interactive in my opinion because of the gambits. Yeah, 12 was a mess sometimes. I like some of it. It kept me engaged more and longer than 8 did. But it is a mess. That game is also a mess. Okay, imagine you wouldn't have finished your least favorite Final Fantasy. Yeah, I did not enjoy 8 or 12 enough to go through with them all the way. 9 I just haven't gotten started with properly yet. And I believe I actually played like the first area of 13. And I was like, okay, I guess this is a thing. And then I just didn't play the rest of it. Anyways, so let me see some real quick. Do you all have things? This is probably useful. Severing Wind is a thing I can definitely use. Okay. What's Severing Wind's thing again? I do not remember. Whatever. It's already an alpha. What's your deal? But I need to use some of these blue chambers as well because I've got a decent amount of them. Well, let's see. Tempest. We'll go ahead and use this on Severing Wind. Okay. You know, Final Fantasy VIII is H.C. Bailey's least favorite Final Fantasy, and the one, let's say, that he's cursed the most in while being considered as SDA's favorite Final Fantasy. Well, different strokes for different folks. You might have H.C. Bailey rarely curses. Yeah, I remember he very, very rarely used swear words when I watched his Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. But yeah, I know some people actually really like Final Fantasy VIII, and some people don't really like it. It's a thing. It is a polarizing game. Yeah, that's a good word for it. It's just doesn't hit the same if you, depending on who you are. Okay, Crescent Strike. This increases damage on that Tiger Blade. That's I don't know. Sure, we'll do that. Probably be useful with something. Sword Rain Alpha. I have no idea what Sword Rain Alpha's fatal form change is, so we'll just go and use it. Okay. Tempest. What you? You have no effect. That means you don't have a field of honor change. It's depressing. I don't... Actually, will this make it easier to track enemies with Tempest? Maybe. We'll test it out. Let's switch to Jade now. What's your deal, Jade? Well, we're working on Splash. For this. We're in prison. I don't know what to do with some of these actually. Crushing Spear. Sovereign Gale, Thunderlands, Impaling Heaven, Pouring Hell, we got all kinds of things here. I suppose I'll just give him this for his low level skills, his physical arts. So we have Stalagmite Ground Dasher. This one can actually be useful for some of these. Because then you can start... Now you can finish casting and then go up to the enemy and start hitting them while they're being hit by the actual spell. What's the best one to do that with? Probably Ground Dash, because I think that's the one that activates the quickest. So it gives you the most bang for your buck. Blessed Drops will... but anyway, we're working on that, so... Switch to that. Infernal Prison, we will give that a... one of these. And then Thunderblade, we'll give that one of those. Okay. Turbulence, was I doing anything with that? Apparently not. We use Stalagmite a lot. We'll use this real quick. Okay. Turbulence... I don't really know what to do with some of these. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. We'll save the rest of those for the rest of the party members. Okay, finding Anis. What do you suppose Anis is? She's quite the active one. It may be better to just wait for her to reappear. She might be running on ahead, like that time at St. Bina. Anis doesn't run ahead needlessly, like you. Okay, let's wait then. Jeez. Oh, come on, look, if you let him get away with that, he'll never stop teasing you. Oh, yes, what about me running ahead? It seems you've learned a new trick. Why, it almost sounds like I'm the bad guy. Stop it, all of you. We have to find Anis. Now, come on, let's go. Okay. Anyways, what's your favorite and least favorite Resident Evil game? I was surprised to hear Resident Evil 1 HD is Karst's favorite. It is Resident Evil 1 remake is fucking great. But let's see. Favorite Resident Evil game? Probably Code Veronica. I have not played Resident Evil 2 remake. And this video is, and I'm saying this before the Resident Evil 3 remake comes out. But we did get a trailer of Resident Evil 3 remakes today. Looks great. Looks fantastic. I know 2's remake and 3's remake probably have the potential to dethrone Code Veronica. But otherwise, yes. Code Veronica is my favorite Resident Evil game. Least favorite? I believe I'm gonna have to go with Resident Evil Outbreak. Not many people play that one, but it's just weird. It's a Resident Evil. It was meant to be an online Resident Evil game on the PS2, and it even got a sequel, Outbreak File 2. But I only played the first one. It's weird. And not playing it online definitely feels kind of weird as well, because the AI doesn't really behave too well, and your inventory is extremely limited, and the enemy placement is weird. It's just a weird game. Resident Evil Outbreak is not the best Resident Evil game. So yeah, I would say that's my least favorite. I don't hate it, but it's not that great. And Resident Evil 0 also has a couple of issues, akin to what Resident Evil Outbreak's issues are, just not as severe. Okay. On a totally random thing, but wasn't there an unfinished Game Boy Color port of Resident Evil 1? I'm not sure if it's unfinished. I think it's just bad, but not unfinished. There is also I know there is. It's like Resident Evil Gaiden or something. Yeah, I believe there's also a port of Resident Evil 1 on DS. If I'm not mistaken. Have you also not played 6 and 7? I have not. Okay, I played a little bit of them. And I've seen a full playthrough of Resident Evil 7. So I know what to expect from that game. I don't like the story, but I do like the actual horror atmosphere and gameplay. From what I've seen of it. And then 6. Haven't played it, but I have seen gameplay videos of it. And while it does look really stupid, it also looks kind of fun. I will admit. It looks like Resident Evil 4 and or 5 on steroids, and I kind of want to do a stream series of that one day. Anyways, the people of Darth. Sure, a lot of people here. 100 people in Darth make a living anyway. A large part of the Order of Lorelai's income is from donations. Members of the Oracle Knights, like Anis and me, receive a living allowance from the Order. The ordinary followers engage in subsistence farming. Subsistence? Is doing business prohibited or something? No, it's just that the people living here don't feel the need. The inn in the first quarter is run by people from Macedonia with special permission. Huh. I guess I feel that's all they need, as long as the score protects them. Interesting. Also, we've been streaming for an hour and 42 minutes. We might actually not have time to start the next dungeon, but we'll at least do everything that we need to do in Darth before the next dungeon. Okay, welcome to Darth, the headquarters of the Order of Lorelei. The cathedral is directly ahead, beyond the first quarter. There is a side quest right here, in this staircase, in this upstairs area. This is the first quarter of Darth. It's the first place that pilgrims visit. Anyways, yes, right here. What's this? Don't you gonna get people angry if you touch their things without asking? Those are items that pilgrims have left behind. I mean, it's just junk. Don't be rude. No, that's fine. It really is junk. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to give Luke a stupid voice. Hold on. If you'd like, you may have it. Not like we have any use for this thing. I wonder. It looks like a type of fun machinery. We might be able to use it for something. Okay, I guess we'll take it. We got Prelude. Raku. Okay. Just to make sure we're thinking the same thing, it's a very ugly but technically impressive 3D game on the Game Boy Color that somehow replicated the fixed camera shots. I do believe I know which one you're talking about, yes. There's nowhere to stay inside the cathedral, but you can use the inn over there. Yeah. Okay, I think Resident Evil 6 is the dumbest but funniest at the same time. Resident Evil 5 is the funnest, in my opinion, especially when you're playing with friends. Yeah, I will say this, I've seen like 2 or 3 Let's Plays, co-op Let's Plays of Resident Evil 5, and all of them are hysterical, hilarious, for different reasons. Well, no, same reason, it's because of the interactions of the people playing them. Seriously, co-op Let's Plays of Resident Evil 5 are some of the best, funniest content you will find on YouTube. The chemistry that two good commentator players can have in that game is just phenomenal. Yeah, I think I watched Scottish Dog 17 and fuck was the other guy's name? I don't remember. But he had a friend, and they played Resident Evil 5. That was the first time I watched it. I was rolling on the floor. Second time I watched it was Cryotic and Jesse Cox. It's co-op Let's Play Resident Evil 5. Flying on the floor, just rolling. They were both so good. Oh my god, I would love to do a Resident Evil 5 co-op Let's Play. Because they're just some of them. They are so good. Oh my god. Anyway, I finished my here. This is the third one I went to here. Two to go. Okay. Proton John and Super Genius had a hilarious and fun-looking co-op Let's Play Resident Evil 5. There's another one. I'll check that out someday. It sounds fun. Again, just a Resident Evil 5 co-op Let's Play. They are great. They are fantastic. Let me get my side quest guys here. Okay. See, I need okay. I need to stay at the inn once for the next side quest. Where's the inn again? There's the grocer. Welcome, we have several varieties of food in stock. Do you sell bread? You do not. You do not sell bread. That's most unfortunate. So Virginia's dodged a flaming arrow by picking up an item. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of shenanigans you will encounter in those. Okay, I've got a decent amount of money here. I'm actually gonna go in and stock up on a couple of things because it seems like Dad has a reasonably priced groceries, which is unusual. Most money is actually kind of hard to come by towards like the first half of this game. Eventually you're able to make a lot more money a lot quicker, but the first half, if you can find something cheap, go ahead and make use of it. You might need it later. Okay, now we have at least 5 of everything. That should help. I have no idea what you're talking about. I guess I'd better check out one of those out soon. Yeah, you'll have. Yeah, it's just look up your favorite people playing Resident Evil 5. Either someone you know or someone you're willing to try. I guarantee you, if it's a co-op Let's Play, you will have a great time with it. They are so good. Okay, there's the inn. Hey there, we're cheaper than anywhere. Just 200 gals a night. No need to look at the rooms, right? Hold on. That's a bit fishy. Where's the stalk button? Yeah, good job finding me. Don't tell anybody. What the? Oh, jeez. Where's cane? Table knife for a lot of money. I don't know if these weapons are actually good, but they look stupid enough for me to want them. Okay. Kitchen mittens. Oh, that is simultaneously very stupid and very cute. Snow mittens. Elven cape. That's a bit expensive, but it is good. Heavy boots. A rebirth doll. That is a pretty useful thing, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find it eventually. A lottery gel. I guess some miso too, if you need that. Why is miso so expensive? Okay. That's not a good sign. No bother looking at the rooms, lol. Okay. I'm having trouble imagining the potential of comedy with Resident Evil of all things. Unless it's like Dead Rising kind of situation. No, it's just... That's just the magic of Resident Evil 5 specifically. Maybe 6 has that as well. Because I know Resident Evil 6 also has some co-op potential. But I don't know. I do know the potential of Resident Evil 5. Some parts are kind of funny, like Dead Rising. Others are how to play. Yeah, it's mainly the players that make a Resident Evil 5 playthrough hilarious. Okay, anyways, we have to stay at the inn anyways. Because we need a cutscene here.
Jade, can I ask you a favor?
What's this all of a sudden?
I've been thinking of using this phonology book to learn to control hyperresonance. Will you teach me?
I'm afraid not. I can't use the 7th phonon after all.
I guess I'll have to ask Tyr then.
If you don't want to learn from me, then...
I never said that. Would you teach me?
Okay.
Well, I get...
Come on, how much longer do I have to keep doing this?
Well, I guess we get to see what the room looks like anyways, and I think I know why they didn't want us to see the rooms. It's a replica of the inns at Casedonia. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same model of the rooms at the inn at Casedonia. Or maybe not Casedonia, maybe somewhere else, but I know we've been here before. So, there you go. The developers were actually too lazy to model a new room. Or maybe they ran out of time, I don't know. Maybe let's not call them lazy, maybe they actually ran out of time or resources to make a room for Darth. But still.
Quiet. Don't just close your eyes. Listen for the phonons flowing through the world.
Like I could hear that.
Don't listen with your ears. Feel them with every phone slot in your body.
But that's feeling, that's not listening. Like, I know there's senses, but there's still different things here. You don't do the same thing with them.
Do not listen with your ears. Feel them with every phone slot in your body.
Major Lucretta.
An insight into the past.
Feel them with every phone slot in my body.
Greta is Tear's master, if in case you forgot or has not been mentioned yet, whatever it may be. Here you go.
Yes. Phonons are a combination of sound and elemental properties. It's rare to see them, but your phone slots can perceive them. They feel the vibration. Drawing those phonons into your body is the basis of all phonic arts.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Good. Then let's stop here for today. Tyr, you have talent. I suppose I should expect no less from one who shares Van's blood.
Thank you.
Don't let that go to your head. People may treat you more harshly simply because you are Van's sister. As foolish as that is.
I understand. I'm ready for that.
I'm not sure what that's called. Familyism? Bloodism? I have no idea.
Then that's enough serious talk. Tyr, I've been given a letter for you from Van.
From Van?
He's looking forward to seeing how you grow.
I'm not sure if I'm okay with the echo in here. Like, I feel we need a couple more visual filters for the echoing effect to feel a little bit more fitting.
He eventually plans to ask you to become his right hand. Practice hard so you can meet those expectations.
But Major, I couldn't imagine anyone at my brother's side other than you.
Why, thank you. But all I can offer is my meager cunning and my memory. So for his sake, no, for your own sake, more than anything, you must grow strong enough to survive. The world ahead of us will be fraught with chaos.
Yes, Major.
I hear it.
Oh. That's convenient.
Enough. Remember that feeling of power overflowing from inside you, of your body trembling. Those are phonons.
Yeah, I think I understand.
Don't rush yourself. This is only the start of your training.
I know, but yeah, thanks.
Luke is having such a hard time saying thank you. Like, every time he says it, he like pauses. Has to think about it for a second, like, how do you say that again? May I check your pulse for a minute, Luke? Eh? Okay. It's alright for now. Is there something wrong with Luke? Well, here's the first isophonic replica I've encountered. He seems to be stable at the moment. But I can't predict what may happen in the future. Huh? Am I gonna go crazy or something? There's no fear for that, you already are crazy. Hey, come on. I'll try to check up on you from time to time. But if you feel anything unusual, let me know immediately. Understood? Yeah. Thanks, Dwight. Luke, thanking me? Would you all stop doing that? Well, you know, given your usual attitude. Your usual attitude. Shut up, Tink. Meow. See, Luke is still being mean to Mew. That's like he still has that consistent flaw about his character. Anyways, let's see. What you looking at? I'm on door right now. I can't even see that guy very well. Anyways, what's the next side question here? Okay, so there's supposedly a chef in here somewhere. Came to have the score read to find out what I should do now. I'm pretty tired from the travel, but if I spend the night here, I might not be able to afford a score rating. Well, that is unfortunate. There I see a chef. Hey there, sister, you guys cook, don't you? Yes, I do cook. I'll teach you this recipe that's going to be really popular in Darth. We had pizza. Excellent. But you guys are the first people to ever listen to me. Everyone else just ignores me when I talk to them. Yes, it is a little off-putting. You think so? Well, I've told you the recipe, so make some pizza. How's the pizza going? You just gave me the recipe. Let me see what it needs first. I need bread. God freaking. Cheese, meat, and veggies baked into a crispy crust restores a small amount of HP and TP. Okay, cool. We got pizza. Okay. Item shop. Welcome to that. We provide tools in the name of Roy. I need magic lenses. Yes. Just give me all of the magic lenses. I use them. I will definitely make use of them. Okay. Should I get some holy bottles and or dark bottles? Yeah, we're fine. Well, no wonder no one in this town is interested. They don't even eat bread. That's the problem here. May Yulia protect you. If you proceed past here, you'll reach the cathedral. The main entrance is always open, so feel free to enter. What here? We have a weapon shop or something? Generally, yes, we do actually. Welcome, you're going on a pilgrimage. Prepare yourself here first. What? I don't need more nimble rapiers. I've got. In fact, hold on. Where is it? What's that damn nimble rapier? There it is. And I guess I should probably just go in and sell everything else I have. Okay. I'll keep the Shakuyo in case I actually can use it for something. Otherwise, Kane, that's gonna go away. Oh, the deck pressure would actually be an increase here. So let's get rid of these. And I'm pretty sure I can get rid of these as well. Okay. Let's see. Jade. Wow. So that increases his physical attack by like 20, but his foreign attack by almost 200. No, I'll be okay. I had an idea for my game recently. How often do you see weapon rentals in RPGs? Weapon rentals? I have never seen a weapon rental in a JRPG. Like, hold on, let me think of any examples of that. No, other than like when the plot of an RPG gives you a weapon that also functions as a key item, and you get to use that weapon until it is used up as a key item, and then you lose it forever. Other than that, no, I have never seen weapon rentals. That is brand new to me. Anyways, let's see. Get a great sword, I guess. Ruby wand, silver rod, partisan. Let's see. Soft bow, slash arrow, great bow. Silver mail, breastplate, silver guard, that was probably useful. Guess we can get one of these, one of those. Still split. Silver boots. And I will get one silver rod and one great sword. I will not get the partisan or this increased bow because first of all I don't have Natalia in me. And second, I will probably get one of each of these somewhere from a treasure chest eventually. But so yeah, I'll buy one for Tyr, like one of these for either Luke or Guy, and one of these for either Tyr or Anis. And then the next time we get one of these, I'll give it to the other character. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, very rare. I think the closest thing would be a Pokemon rentals in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah, use their weapons are... Yeah, where weapons are kind of pricey, but you can just rent something for one chapter or something for cheap. Yeah, I've never seen that before. It will probably work best in an environment where most weapons are side grades to each other, rather than straight upgrades. Yes, I can definitely see the logic behind it. I'm making a game, yes it is actually. It's got a long way to go, but yeah, I've had a game in development for years. It's currently on hiatus. It is, yeah, I've seen... it is a game that Aiken Labs is currently in development, so hey, I'll give you viewers updated when Aiken Labs has a decent enough progress on the game, so you can check it out or something. Anyways, do I need anything else? I don't... nothing was good. Okay, now let's equip that and get the silver rods, and then I'll give it to Guy. Guy can get a great sword. Keep in mind if I ever get a playtesting phase for the playable demo or something. Yes, definitely. We'll keep an eye out for that. Okay. Game design right now. I'm now at Full Sail University, so you'll be sure to get plenty of insightful feedback. Yeah, I've heard of Full Sail University, headquarters of the Order of Lorelei Jath. Not familiar with what happens in that Full Sail University, but I've gotten like YouTube ads for it. That helps. Just that's an appearance.
Anis!
Whoa! Ash, you cut your hair!
Oh, wow.
I'm...
Oh no, it's Luke.
You're going through a lot of emotions.
Wait, what? Why's the spoiled brat here? Hey, the others are with you too! Wow! Must be Lorelei's will, huh?
That voice could break glass.
Anis, we've gathered the manpower to rescue Ion. What is their situation?
Ion and Natalia have been taken to Oracle headquarters beneath the cathedral.
Do they let people just walk right in?
Into the cathedral, sure, but only Oracle members can enter the headquarters below.
Can we sneak in somehow? If we don't find a way to rescue them, we really will have a war on our hands.
It looks like it's already starting.
Tyr, you still haven't reported back that the 7th phone stone was fake, correct? Can you take us into the headquarters as witnesses for its discovery?
Okay, I'll try asking the Minister of Affairs, Maestro Tridheim.
Well, that Tridheim guy's inside, right? Let's go on in.
Well, before that, I gotta end the stream, unfortunately, because we have officially been going here for more than 2 hours. And, you know, regaining trust. Look, are you feeling better? You're welcome to just sleep forever, you know. Whoa, ouch. Well, it's my fault, so still, I don't have time to be flying around. I've gotta keep going no matter what. Oh, since when do you get this worked up? Well, whatever, that doesn't matter now. We have to save Natalia and Ion. Yeah, let's get this free time, guy. Huh? You give me the orders now? Huh? Come on, let's just go. Okay. Twisted Love. Ion, can't you be more careful getting caught like that? Man, what are you, a princess? It kinda looks like one. It just shows how important a figure he is. Well, yeah, I know that, but his personality is part of it too. How can he be so, well, naive? Yeah, he does seem to let other people use him a lot. Oh, come on, the Fun Master is a fine person. Though, I will admit he can be, at times, a bit too trusting. He'd make a perfect comedian, though. With Alice as his foil, I suppose. Now that would be something to see. Just stop it, all of you. I don't want to hear another bad word about Ion. Hey, you started it. I can complain about him, but nobody else can. You do it again, I'll kill you. Whoa. Whoa. Just calm down. I wonder why she's so upset. It's easy, right, Colonel? Ah, the scent of love is in the air. Love? I don't smell anything. It smell like apple gels? More like a certain young religious fellow. Really? Wow! Would somebody please shut this two up? This is a conversation. Okay, that's another piece of thumbnail material with Guy in that pose. Fair enough, yeah, I can see that. Current plan is to make something that plays out like a top-down Zelda game. Pre-peppered Zelda game peppered with turn-based combat on limited 6x3 grid. Yeah, it's... Again, I'll keep the viewers updated as well. Alice is back and I don't know how to feel about this. I misread that as shows how important his figure is. I mean, that could be a thing too. Anyway, speaking of Anis, let's put her back in the party. Where exactly? I don't know. Okay, so here's the irony of the situation. Here's the irony. I know Luke is like he's having this whole like character development nonsense and he's trying to be better and we should probably keep him in the party. But he's also level 57, way higher than everyone else. It's fine. And then in fact, let's just switch to Alice for a bit. She is from Darth, if I'm not mistaken, so it actually makes sense to play as Anis in Darth, as compared to everyone else. You need things in here. Oh, you're about to learn Bloody Howling. That's convenient. Well, let's put Miracle Hammer in there. And then... let's see. I think the rest is fine. Well, actually, hold on. We should probably put a... Actually, I don't like Miracle Hammer that much. Let's use something else. Soaring Blast is pretty cool. And then we'll give her... okay, we'll save this spot for Bloody Howling. There we go. That makes sense. Okay. This is why character levels should just be the same. I love it when you see everyone level up at the same time in RPGs. Yeah, it's pretty cool when that happens. It usually happens in boss fights because they drop a lot of experience. Anyways, do you have new titles, Anis? No. Well, mostly people don't have any new titles. Okay, but I guess we're done with that. Does anyone else need anything? We're good here. Okay, let's save, and we're done for today. And yeah, but keeping character levels balanced after playing Earthbound and Mother 3, since your party gets split up so often. Yeah, that can definitely mess you up. It's like we all get an improvement, yay! It's like that Ness and Lucas will always be overpowered. I understand. Anyways, that's about it for tonight. I'm very glad that we were able to have 3 stream nights in a row. Now, is a 4th stream night gonna happen? I don't know. I'm gonna guess no, actually. That's probably gonna be a little difficult. But if it happens, hey, I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter. Anyways, I give up on balancing levels in Trails of Cold Steel because characters actually needed more or less experience to level up, which really annoyed me. Fair enough. But yeah, I still have some recorded footage that I can use for a pre-recorded stream. So maybe we'll have one of those these days. I just need to figure out what I want to actually do besides having pre-recorded footage. Otherwise, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all for today. And so here says goodbye, HoloPlay 45.